Hi guys, welcome to Java Express channel. This is Venkat Bhaskar. In previous section, I explained what is ELB, what is the importance of load balancing, elastic load balancing. Today we'll see the hands-on how to create your own load balancer. Okay, so I previously already explained these are all steps we need to create as part of the ELB. Now we have already VPC and I already have subnets as previously we created. So by using these subnets are available in 1A, 1B and 1C, and I created VPC is the region specific. Okay, now this step is already available and this step is already available. Now I will create the two servers with Apache web server installed in different availability zone. When I say different availability zone, 1A, 1B or 1C, we will create three web servers. Okay, and we'll add login to the each server and we'll write index.html. We can do the boot up script. Okay, once you are good at, we need to create a target group. While you creating target group, we need to add your port numbers, which traffic you are going to the allow, and we need to deploy the load balancer. When you create load balancer, when you are attaching the target group, it will take around 5 to 10 minutes time to get your particular instance is healthy. Okay, sometimes it will be 5 minutes, sometimes it will take more time. Okay, so please be patient while you are creating your EC2 instances and checking the health checkup. Okay, that is called regular health checkup. Then we'll see the request. So let me quickly open my AWS. The first step is what? VPC. We'll go and check whether the VPC is available or not. You can type here VPC. Okay, inside the VPC, in order to create the VPC, you need to create VPC for the region, then you need to create the specific for the availability zone, and we need one a routing table, and we need one internet gateway. These four things we required as part of the VPCN subnets. Why? Because for the communication we need the routing table. If it's internal communication, even though we need to add your particular subnets to the routing table, right? So this section already explains. Please go and watch that particular videos and click the VPC. This is my VPC. As I'm in the Mumbai region, so I have this particular VPC ID is 415151. Let me go for another region, North Virginia. Here, okay, here we have HCL VPC, Wipro VPC. Previously we created this VPC. Okay, if you go and check this particular VPC, we have a subnets. While creating EC2 instance, you go and check your EC2 instances. These VPCs are available or not. If you see here, HCL subnet 1, HCL subnet 2 and HCL subnet 3. Three subnets we have. Okay, these three subnets availability zone is C 1B, and we can give here the name. I can provide a HCL 1. You can provide like a HCL. Okay, now we have three availability zones. So 1A, 1B and 1C. Okay, this is we given IPv4 CI/CDR range also. These two steps now you are good at. Okay, this step is already done. Now we'll create EC2 instance. Click on AWS. Here type EC2 instance. Go in this particular service. Now in this region, North Virginia region, I already created a VPC, so I will go and create my instance. Here launch instance. Here select Now we are using the free tier eligible, so I'm clicking this part. Once you created this EC2, once your work is done, please remove your EC2 instances. Okay, otherwise if you don't delete, it will keep on going, they will deduct from your card. So please be careful while creating any service, any work in free tier service. Once you're learn, then delete that part. If you want again, you can again create and delete. Okay, and number of instances as one. I can give two, but what I want is inside my HCL three availability zones we have, right? So we'll deploy one availability zone, one web server 1, second one is web server 2 and web server 3. So different availability zones will create. So now I'm taking 1A. So remaining options please be keep there. And we need to install Apache software. In previous section I explained like boot up scripts. I already have, just I'm copying. This is the shell script you need to install. This is for installation. You are giving web server 1. So you are doing in 1 year, right? So web server 1, you can say, you can give that option. This is US East 1A. You can give this particular name, US East 1A. Now you can provide this particular part. Okay, now we'll copy same and we'll use for the remaining. Add storage, as of now I'm using the same, you don't need to change anything. Add a tag, you can give EC EC2, you can give ELB1 you can provide, otherwise this is the name and I'm giving as ELB1. Add configure security group, I'm using the default, giving the default VPC. It will allow all the traffic. Either you can give HC2 security group we have, like we need to give the security group also. Just I'm allowing all the traffic here. Click review launch instance, and I'm using my private key. If you want to create new key, you can create HCL private key. Just download it, launch instance. Your EC2 instance will be ready. So in the meanwhile, we'll create two more instances. Okay, create select 2. Now HCL VPC, now you need to deploy in US East 1B. Okay, so here user details, you need to provide these details. Okay, here what we'll do, US East 1B. Now we are providing US East 1B. Previously we given US East 1A. Now this is US East 1B. Okay, same, you can attach the add storage and you can attach the tags. So this is ELB2. These are all the instances. For two naming convention I'm giving as a ELB. You can give the security group and you can allow all the traffic and review and launch. I'm using the same private key, launch instance, view instances. What we'll do, we'll create these two and we'll deploy in the load balancer. After that, then we'll check about ELB3. Okay, now two instances I created. Now if you click here, use this public DNS name, whether you are getting the response or not. See, response from web server 1 US East 1A. Now we are created this port, right? So it will take time. So if you know the IP for the client, he can directly hit this URL. If I created suppose 50 50 EC2 instances, then 50 IP addresses will be there, right? So instead of giving the IP address, so we can give one DNS name. Okay, now so this step is done. Now configure target group and add web server 1 and 2 will create one target group. Okay, so overall three steps we done. Now we need to go for target group. Here if you come here, network and security, no, here if you see here, load balancing, here we have a target group. Click on the target group. You need to create a target group. Here we need to specify the group details, either instances. Now we created 2 instances, right? The target group name I need to given here. Okay, now I will give HCL target group. Just I'm giving the same HCL underscore target group 1. I'm giving some group name I given. So if you are using the application load balancer, you need to give HTTP and HTTPS. For if you deploy any applications, it's a web server, right? You need to handle the all static UI pages, everything will be there in the here. So I will give the TCP 80 port number I'm giving. Here you need to select your VPC. Select the VPC containing the instances you want to choose from inclusion from in this target group. So you need to attach your HCL VPC. Okay, once you are good, health check protocol TCP, and here if you see advanced health check setting, here what we will do is a traffic port. So all traffic will come from 80 port number, right? So health number of consecutive health check success required, that means when I given as a two times it will check whether the instance is good or not. Unhealthy also same thing. Every timeout also we have 10 to 30 seconds. In this time it will check 2 times. Where the service is really down, 2 times it will check, then it will be confirmed this instance is not available. Here you can provide this how many times you want to check your EC2 instances. Regular health checkups, I said, right, explained in the PPT, same thing. Now here if you want to give, you can provide the tags. Now not required, click next. Here hyphens, okay, special characters are not allowed, underscore, so I'm giving simple HCL target group. Click next. Now you under HCL VPC we created 3 subnets. Under 3 subnets we are using one subnet as one server, another 1B subnet have another server, right? How many instances you created, those instances it will be available here. So you need to register these 2 subnets to your target group. As if you go for PPT, now as part of target group you need to add web server 1 and web server 2. So that is what now you are adding. Include as pending below. Whenever you happen, it will be registering this particular target group for this instance. It will check status pending to healthy, it will be converted. It will take some few time. By that time we'll create EC3 instance. Okay, now create target group. Now you successfully created your target group. Click on HCL target group. Here health check settings, here these are all the health check settings and attributes we will keep like this. Here you have your targets. If you see here, now status is unused. Why? Because target group is not configured to receive traffic from the load balancer. Still we not created any load balancer. Once you created the load balancer, if you attach this target group, then these instances will go and check your regular health checkup. Once this is good, then you can go and hit your URL. Okay, now configure target group and add, this part is done. Now we'll see deploy load balancer and add the target group. Okay, now here only one more option, load balancers. Click here. Right now I don't have. create load balancer. And if you see here, application load balancer, network load balancer, and classic load balancer. Okay, classic load balancer is the previous generation. It will be work like a round robin. Like when I say round robin, if I'm getting around 50 requests, uh, you created two servers. Okay, the first server is handling, suppose, uh, 30 requests for one server, 20 requests for one more server. That means like one you are given like this one, it's like a round robin, it will be work. Okay, so after that, application load balancer we have. This is specific for HTTP and HTTPS traffic. And this is a network load balancer. If you see here, choose a network load balancer when you have ultra high performance. Okay, then, and if you have any static IPs, you can use this part also. And deployment support and static IP addresses for your application. And network load balancer capable of handling millions of requests per second securely while maintaining ultra low latencies. Okay, that means there is no latency here. It will create one more, how many instances you created, it will take care by the ELB. Now create. Now we need to create the load balancer. Here you need to provide your load balancer name. I am giving Java Express load balancer. I am giving this particular name. So load balancer you can create by the internal, either by the outside internet also. As of now, we are assuming that this load balancer, like some flipkart.com, amazon.com, like that you are giving some message, right? So internet facing. In the internet, anyone can access from anywhere, right? So that's why. Now this is the port number. It needs to be listened by the 80 port number. This is the balance port, and we have availability zones. There is a drawback in the network load balancer. In VPC, while creating the VPC, if you created 3 subnets, right, that means 3 availability zones you have. If you add only 1 and 2, as of now, we created in 1A as one web server, and 1B is one more web server, 2 web servers. Okay, now if you create, suppose, the load balancer, in future you want to create web server 3 in 1C, you can't edit this part. This is the drawback. It's not like a drawback, this is the behavior of the network load balancer. While as in application load balancer, we have one more load balancer, there you can edit, but here in the network load balancer you can't edit. So as of now, I will click this part also. Okay, IPv4, 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 it will be assigned by the AWS for your subnets availability zones. Okay, here you can give the tags. If you want, you can give, click configure security settings. Here, why? Because you are providing HTTP, not HTTPS. If it is a HTTPS, you can provide SSL termination also. Okay, now you can ignore that part. Configure routing. You need to configure your traffic target group. If you see here, you can create here, otherwise you can create existing target group. We created, right, previously. Target group, where is configure target group and add, this part is already done, so I'm using the same. If you click here, advanced health check settings, here traffic port I given healthy check 2, unhealthy is 2, and every 10 seconds it will be check whether the EC2 instance is available or not. If you want, you can give the 30, whatever you want. Okay, now we can give the 10 seconds. Okay, now click register target group. Now why? Because 2 instances you given, right, on this port number is allow, you are saying that following targets are registered with the target group that you selected. So you can only modify this after you create the load balancer. Now click review. You want to edit something, you can edit, otherwise create. See, now successfully created your load balancer. Close. Now your load balancer is ready. Okay, now this step is also done. Now we'll see the health checkups, where exactly it will be there, some configuration we'll see. See, these are all the availability zones I given under this VPC. This is the 80 port number you enabled. This is the monitoring, your health checkups, everything, it will be displayed in the graph way. So you added your subnets, your target group, right? Now your load balancer is ready and you attach your target group. If you want to check your health checkup, you need to this step, this particular one, you can go and check your target groups. Click target group, here select. Here if you see here, ELB1 and ELB2 is running on 80 port number in one availability zone and two availability zone. Here target registration is in progress, so it will take some time in order to convert this checkup, initial, pending, then status, unhealthy, like that. These are all the states for each particular. You can refresh. Hardly it will take around 5 minutes it will take. So in the meanwhile we'll create one more EC2 instance, okay, and this EC2 instance will be attached to here. By that time these two will be ready. Okay, now you want to create now you two instances is ready now and load balancer is ready, but you need a public DNS name, right? If you want to check from which public DNS name, here click load balancer, here go description, see this is the DNS name. So if whenever you hit this DNS name, all traffic will come from here to web servers 1 2 3, then you will exactly know how the server is behaving, the traffic is going the which server. Okay, copy and hit try here, any chance you will get. Still it is those are the health checkup is still going on, right? So you can see target group, click here, still it is initial state, it will take some time, so we'll create one more EC2 instance in the meanwhile. Running instances right now 2 are ready, I will create one more EC2 instance. Okay, click select here, free tier eligible, configure instance details, network, so I'm creating a HCL VPC and this time I will upload to US East 1C. Okay, so once you can use all the default options. So here you need to provide your shell script, right? So this time what I will go web server 3 and we can give this data. So we already given 1A as 1B and 1B has a web server 2. Now this is web server 3. Okay, and you can click add storage, and you can click add storage, you can attach the same tag and you can give your tag name and you can provide ELB3. Now this is a third part, configure security group. You can give here default security group, either you can select HCL security group. Click review and launch and launch, and I can use the same key, HCL private key, and click launch instances. So even within few minutes it will be ready. So once we are done, we need to add again in the target group. So hope we will see these tools are health checkup is done or not, we will see. See here both status is healthy. Now if you hit here, so I can go hit here, see now right now I'm getting traffic from web server 2 by using the DNS name. After 10 seconds again if you hit, hope you will get, why? Because from the single system you are getting, right? So sometime if you hit from your mobile phone or you can hit from other laptop, then you will see here web server 1. If you deploy the web server 3, the traffic, based on the traffic it will get to you, probably as a single user using. Maybe you can check here web server 1, hope you will get. So as of now I'm getting web server 2 only. While you are doing, you can better check in other system also, you will get the web server 1. Like it's like a real-time elastic load balancer. Let me check. I can help to open in other window and see same traffic I'm getting. I'm a single user, right? So from my machine always it hitting for the web server 2. Now is both are healthy. Now if you created, right, now you created EC2 instance, right, in 1C. You want to register here the target. Here you can attach ELB3 here, and you can do including as pending below and register pending targets. So it will take another 5 minutes or 10 minutes, how much time it will be. It will take some time to get the healthy. We'll see again the request here. See here, now if you see here, after 1 minute when I try, now I got the request from web server 1. Previously I got web server 2. Now if we deploy in web server 3, you will get the web server 3. So what I will do, I will go and I will stop my EC2 instance of this part. ELB2 I will stop. Then you will see here status is unhealthy. Okay, now let me go for EC2 dashboard, running instances. Here what I will do, ELB1, right now I got the output as 1, right? So what I will do, ELB1 I will make it as a stop. EC2 instant I will make it as a stop. That means your EC2 instance will be a down now. So to down that EC2 instance, it will take some time. Why? Because while the server is down, it will check the health check with the 2 intervals. I given every 10 seconds, it will check this particular instance is available or not. Okay, now it is going down. Click a refresh. So it is still stopping. If you go and check the target group, still it is healthy. Why? Because while shutdown your application, it will check whether any request is there or not. So you can it will take some time. If you hit here, see, now you are getting web server 2. If you hit keep on hit, you will get 2. Why? Because your EC1 is down. To basically your EC2 instance is down. To here to update the status, it is taking some time. Still it is showing healthy. After few minutes it will be do. Here by that time EC3 is also still target registration in progress. So in this way you can create your own load balancer. Okay, now we'll see here still see here health check is failed. That means it will check the 2 times. Now health checkup is done. If you again start this EC2 instance, again it will be up. Again you will get the request from web server 1 or web server 2. So this is the real-time example how we can deploy a load balancer in Amazon Cloud. If you like this video, please subscribe our channel. If you face any difficulties, please leave your comments in video section. Thank you guys.